I've been in the RV industry for about 8 years now.
One of the biggest frustrations that I've had with the RV industry is some of the guys that will be walking out from the other dealerships and they're like, yeah, man, do you own a camper? No, I would never own a camper. He was sending me photos of it all rotting out and he's pulling off the walls.
See, that's pretty prevalent out there in the RV industry.
It's really frustrating when, dude, this is your job. This is your career. You should know the most about this. Hey, what's up everyone? Shane here with ROA Off-Road. I'm actually pretty excited to introduce you to somebody. Do you actually want to introduce yourself to the people watching?
Yeah, definitely. I'm Terry Wilson. I've just come on board with ROA recently. You may have seen me in a couple of videos already, but been in the RV industry selling trailers for about 8 years now, so quite a bit of experience. I've owned about 10 different trailers, so it's hazardous working for an RV dealership. Always wanting to change into the newest product.
Is it okay if we share where you're currently living right now? Is that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So right now I'm full-time in a truck camper. So I have a Arctic Fox truck camper, pretty big truck camper, about the tallest one that's made as far as interior wise. So that's why I kind of picked that for full-timing, a lot of storage and that thing. So that's what I've full-timing currently in. I've full-time before in a tiny home as well in the past. Also I full-time in traditional travel trailer as well. So came from Arizona area. So
you're originally from?
Originally from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've been at 3 different dealerships?
Yeah, I've been at 3 different dealerships, exactly. Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, 3 different dealerships I've been at officially. I tried a couple others briefly for just a moment. One I was kind of curious about that I already knew had a bad reputation that I tested out. I was in and out of there pretty fast. So it lived up to the negative expectations that I thought it had. But
so why did you reach out to ROA to come work with us?
So the reason I reached out to ROA was, well, first of all, I reached out and I thought, well, something's strange about this dealership, because when I looked at their hours, I thought, what in the world? They're closed on Saturday and Sunday. This is strange. So that spurred me then to go to their website and check your website out. And I looked at your core values, and then I saw why you're closed on the weekends. You want your people working for you to live what they're selling and what they're servicing, that lifestyle. And so I saw that, and I saw everything that you guys are about, and that's what drew me out to Utah. I wouldn't have came here otherwise. So
yeah, you didn't even live here, so you moved up to Utah
to
come and work with us, and that's super cool. And I was, you know, after talking with you, I could tell you were a principled person, you know, and you believed in, you know, what you teach, right? You try to live what you preach. And I thought it was super cool that you were full-timing in a camper, because like one of the biggest frustrations that I've had with the RV industry is you get these, you know, salesmen that come from maybe the car sales world, and they come in and they've never camped in their life. Some of them don't even want to camp.
They don't.
I've gone to RV shows, and you know, as we've displayed our units, which are amazing, some of the guys that will be walking out from the other dealerships and they're like, yeah, man, do you own a camper? No, I would never own a camper. These things are pieces of junk. And I've like heard them saying that. I'm like, that's horrible.
Yeah, what are you doing selling this?
Some of it's true, right?
Sure, of course.
Big box dealers.
And I've experienced all kinds of different trailers. So yes, I've experienced the good, bad, and the ugly. So yeah, for sure.
I was super excited about bringing you on because you've lived in them, you've used them, you've experienced, you know, some real...
Traveled a lot, camped a lot. I mean, I camp all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, currently.
You're always
camping currently, but in the past when I wasn't, I went out all the time on trips. So I love doing it. So
well, and I love it too, is because like Randy, he's our GM in South Carolina. He has a stick and tin, you know, staple camper, right? And he was sending me photos of it all rotting out, and he's pulling off the walls because it's leaking. And he talks about the warranty process just being a nightmare. He's like, they tried to kick him all the way until he was out of warranty so they didn't have to fix it.
Delay until
it's like, oh, it's outside of warranty. Sorry, have a nice day.
For sure. I've seen that happen. So
what's your experience with, you know, post-sale service and warranty?
So, you know, the biggest issue with post-sale is the mindset of the dealerships is get them gone, get them out of there, and then hopefully we don't have to hear from them again. Unfortunately, that's the mindset. They talk about, hey, when they do come in, they're trying to provide service, but honestly, it's a push them in, push them out as fast as possible. And that's where they're at. That's what they've lived. That's what they've been taught. That's what's been passed down from that culture. And so that's just how most of the dealerships are. That's just their mentality. Move as many units as they can, get them in and out as fast as possible, get them through that walkthrough within an hour, move on, get to the next customer. And that's really what it is. And when it comes to warranty, like oh man, we got to submit warranty. And they see it as a hassle. They do it and they kind of throw it out there, and then the customer just ends up having to call over and over to find out what's the update, what's going on, what's happening with the coverage.
And some of it's the manufacturer, some of it's the dealership. There's just not a really good relationship. I think what's really important here at ROA is we have phenomenal relationships with our manufacturers.
Definitely.
You know, I have the owners on speed dial. I can call them and we can move things a lot faster.
That's a big difference, because you're right. Most of the time, to the dealerships out there, they're dealing with them not responding. And honestly, half the time, the service advisor, whoever's dealing with, they've shot it out for warranty, and now it's on to the next person, and they've kind of forgotten about it. The customer calls, they check in on it. Oh, they've never responded to this. They go back, they have to email them. They can't get anybody on the phone most of the time. It's just email. It's an email chain. And so then you're waiting, you're kind of at the mercy of getting them to respond.
And we've dealt with some manufacturers over the years where we had similar situations, and we just said, you know what, this isn't worth it, because it's really frustrating when somebody's calling us up at ROA and saying, hey, why haven't you gotten that part yet? And it's like, hey, we ordered it 3 months ago from the manufacturer. They're ignoring us. They're not replying to our messages. So it really comes down to, like, we're vetting here at ROA. If we're carrying a product, it's because that manufacturer is supporting us really well. And then in turn, we are supporting the customers, which we call roamers, very, very well. And if we don't feel like we have that relationship, we start saying, hey, listen, we're going to have to part ways, because we believe the most important person in this whole experience is
sometimes you have to fire the manufacturer. You have to fire them because they're just not responding properly. And unfortunately, that's pretty prevalent out there in the RV industry. It's how it is. It's different when you see this relationship we have with PAWS and with MDC, and seeing how they actually take care of you. You're on the phone with them, you're talking to them directly, we're interacting with them at the shows all the time.
We're on camping trips with them.
Right? So I mean, it's a totally different relationship, and I've really not seen anything like it before. So.
Now something special is coming up in a few weeks. You're going to go on an experience. You want to share everybody what?
Yeah, so I'm very excited going on factory tours. So I'm going to get to see the whole production process. I've seen some videos on it, but to actually get out there and talk to the manufacturer, talk to the guys building the trailers, ask any questions I want out there. I'm excited about that. I'm a pretty talkative person, if you can't already tell. So I love asking questions. I'm a dork with the stuff. I just love the details about the trailers and what they're doing and things that might be upcoming and everything. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get to know things, get to know more about all the manufacturers that we carry eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's a process.
It's really important, because here at ROA, one of my goals was always to make our sales team, our coaches, we call them coaches, because the idea of, like, a salesman sometimes is selling you something. And so the reason why we said sales coach is because we don't want to sell you, we want to coach you through what is right for you. And the only way you can coach somebody is if you know the most about it and you're the authority. And so that's the reason why I'm flying out pretty much most of the sales team out to go through factory tours. So you guys can be the authority, know the most, know more than the people calling you. It just irks me wrong when I walk in and I know 10 times more than the person that's trying to sell the product. Because I'm like, dude, this is your job. This is your career. You should know the most about this. I shouldn't know more than you by watching a few YouTube videos. One of the reasons is because a lot of dealers don't specialize like we do. You know, a lot of times they carry, dozens to 100 different models and brands.
Sure. So there's just so many different options. They're not specialized, so they have just a plethora of trailers out there. And you might find someone that knows something here or there on one or two trailers, but they're not expert on everything because there's just too much stuff out there.
It's too much, and almost unfortunate for the sales guys at these stores. It's not their fault that the dealerships decided, hey, we're going to carry anything and everything and focus more on volume and selling as many and as fast as we can. It's hard to become an expert, but here at ROA, we believe there's a different way in doing this business. And when you're buying a toy, it should be an experience. This should be, to me, coming to ROA should be in our space in the RV world. It should be like going to Disneyland, or it should be like going to an Apple store where you experience world-class service, right?
That's right, exactly. Like you said, with the other RV dealerships, the thing is, really, they don't invest in them getting the knowledge on all the product knowledge on the trailers. They're really just investing in, this is our sales process, this is what you take the customer through, and let's get that money as fast as possible. And that's how the industry is. That's their attitude. They don't go through the process. Half the time they're pushing them into a trailer that they don't even really want, but they didn't really take them through the process to figure out if this is the right thing they're landing on in the first place.
For sure.
Is this the right floor plan? Is this the right length and size? That's that struggle that you deal with at any other dealership. So here, we're taking you on that journey. We're going to go through that with you, because people come in with the mindset of thinking what they want, but then our job as coaches is to listen to what you're saying to us and then take that feedback and go, you know what, I kind of think you're leaning more this direction. Based off what you're telling me, I think this is what is going to fit you better, and try to guide you into that right direction so that you get into a trailer that you're going to keep for a while. So unless you're like me.
Yeah, unless you're like, exactly. Hey, and there's nothing wrong if you want to keep on trading up into other things. That's cool too.
Definitely.
But no, it is definitely a different experience. I'm super excited to have you, Terry. I think you're going to be an excellent resource to anybody who's calling into our Utah Experience Center. You're here in Utah with us, and if you have questions, we have a lot of sales coaches all over the country in every single store, and all of them are phenomenal. But I was excited because, well, you're dynamic and you're great on camera, and I wanted to get you on some videos for people to get to know you. So expect seeing more of Terry. Also go over to that other YouTube channel we have, the ROA Inventory channel, and you'll be able to see at least one video a week drop from Terry, and also the other sales coaches in Colorado, Arizona, and South Carolina. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Those factory tours will be coming, and it's going to be a different dynamic because I've been on those factory tours. Now it's going to be Terry, Tom, Thomas. We got a few of the sales coaches coming out. You're going to be able to see the factory tours like the first time through their eyes, which will be fun to watch. So stay tuned for that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and look forward to meeting some of you out on the Utah lot.
Yeah. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. I'm Terry at the ROA store in Utah. If you like this video, watch more over here, and don't forget to subscribe.